Hello, I'm broadcasting legend Rick Mercer. You're listening to the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge. Some of the material you hear on this program may not be suitable for everyone, like you, in the car with your kids in the back seat. Please do not blame DBS if your kids go to school and they start calling their friends and wallets. Listen with discretion. Thank you.
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart, that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1.
They say it's not going to rain, and if it does, not very much. And then warming up 20 and 23 into Saturday and Sunday. That's nice. And then Monday, back to it. Get some more rain.
That was nice. Have a little break on the weekend. A little sun.
Yeah.
Go sunning.
Yeah, go sunning. Do you sun?
Do I sun?
Yeah, I know you sun.
I do things outside a lot, yes. I love sunning.
You like to sit in the sun.
I don't actually ever sit out like sun
You lay there.
No, I'll be doing things around outside on but I don't ever actually...
On a couch.
Yeah, I never actually in my mind go, okay, I gotta go sun tanning today. 5 years ago, I would have gone sun tanning.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
For sure. Ever since my mom had the big melanoma scare, though. It's cut it back. It's true.
Seriously.
Yeah.
How was her melanoma?
Hey, easy, that's my mom.
No, I just meant the cancer.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know they called it melanoma. I love Viv. Viv's a sweetheart. Viv's like one of my favorate people ever.
Yeah, I mean, a little crazy. But
she gets you going.
Oh, yeah, because all she does is talk about her Arbonne cream.
Yeah, she wants to sell Arbonne cream to everybody, you know.
Oh, my goodness, it drives her crazy.
She's still doing it?
Yeah, I mean, she's making some cake. I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah. Does she try and guess she does the pyramid marketing? Does she try and get you, like, is she always on you to try and join the club?
It's relentless. And I love her to death.
Is it going to ruin your relationship, this pyramid marketing scheme?
No, but I mean, I would say 90% of our conversations end in hang-ups. And it's because
like this kind of hang-up?
Yeah.
I don't want to ever talk about it. Boom. Or is it this kind of hang-up? Mom, okay, thank you. All right, no more.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly to the point where there was a common friend we have who she knew bought Arbonne recently. Someone you know, Dean. And she was like, we got to get him on board. We got to see what we can do. And I go, no, Ma, I shot him a text just to see for you, which I will do if someone had already had been involved in this thing. And he said he just wasn't interested. Oh, no, let's get in touch with him again. Let me just do a little pitch with, Mom, you know what? He honestly said he bought enough for a year and he doesn't really care. He doesn't need to buy this stuff. Okay, so when do you think we can maybe meet with him?
No way.
I swear to God.
She goes right to, okay, so yeah, but when can we meet with him?
Yeah, okay, Mom.
She passes go. Yeah. She didn't even care.
Honestly, it was a nice attempt, but there's, so maybe even just a coffee.
She said she's got different ways to meet. Like if you say no, Mom, I'm not interested, she'll go, no, okay, well, how about a coffee?
Yeah.
And then you say no coffee. She'll go, what about a glass of Chablis?
Exactly.
Yeah. Finds different excuses.
Well, does she know? Does this person know all the benefits? Does he know what kind of money? Mom, he doesn't want to be involved.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that one I might actually yell. There's that West Elm. I remember people looking at me funny. Yeah.
I was behind a couch. I remember people staring at me like I was being really mean to my mom.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is you should never say no to your mom. My mom's in town, just for a visit with the kids and I was talking to her last night. She's the most inoffensive person in the world. She would never get into that stuff. She doesn't like to inconvenience people. And it doesn't matter what it is, but your mom, clearly no problem inconveniencing somebody.
Well, you know, it's funny because you say inconvenience. I will say she has made people money. Like people are making money and a lot of people need jobs. And so I think it's the inconvenience that comes to the people who actually just really don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
And then there are, though, to her credit, there are people who want to be involved. There's some actually, I went to one of these things once to support her.
Yeah.
If you're a single dude, I would maybe recommend checking out these,
Arbonne conventions?
90% women. A lot of them are going to sales, so they put themselves together quite nicely.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it's like kind of like a Wedding Crashers type of mentality.
But you know what drives me crazy is how that stuff takes someone over completely. It's like a religion almost, because then they start thinking, well, and especially if they're social, they're like, oh, I got to meet with this person, I meet with that person, have coffee, have a lovely time. But really, the whole goal isn't to make friends. The whole goal is to get other people to sell your crap.
Yeah, there's a great article in, I believe it was Maclean's about the, it wasn't Arbonne, it was the other one, about how
Amway?
Yeah, there was like this culture of women and men, you know, men, it's not, and men are involved, but it's mainly women who are in it. And they're not saying anything necessarily negative about it.
You know who's involved in
culture,
it, though? You know who's involved in it? Who's a man? And very handsome, very fancy man, Steve Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, former Much Music Video, VJ, now he hosts, this, Breakfast what is this one? What's it called? I don't know. This City CP24 Mornings.
Yeah.
The one that we watch. Great guy.
Yeah.
But he's in the cult. It's a cult.
It's cult-like, because they're anytime you're trying to tell someone you're not selling, you're helping. No. Why don't you just say, yeah, we're selling and we're helping you? That's all. That's my beef with it. Just admit you're selling. It's cool.
Yeah. Don't say you just want to have coffee with someone. Or you're going to improve their complexion with 1 minute.
I do like this RC35 one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Anyway, that's nice that Biv's doing well.
Yeah,
it's nice that we caught up with your personal life on the radio. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it was just a weird little tidbit of information there.
Yeah.
And they're still
all started with your mom's melanoma, and her boobs are still huge. That's the best.
Yeah.
The Dean Blundell Show.
I have some bad things to say about those people. Friggin', I heard it. Flying through my friggin' damn wall.
The Dean Blundell Show.
Ooh, man.
102.1.
Friggin', I knew it.
The Edge.
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
Hey, so, sad story out of New York. The hosts of a New York City radio show called The Pursuit of Happiness were found dead Monday in an apparent double suicide. Sounds like there's no more pursuit.
No, they tried, I guess.
Yeah. For 40-some years, the decomposing bodies of psychotherapist Lynn Rosen, a 46-year-old, and John Littig, a 48-year-old motivational speaker.
Oh. 1 in 10 those.
No, I wonder how, yeah. Found dead in their living room couch. Couple hosts the monthly advice show on WBAI-FM. They died from inhaling helium with plastic bags over their heads. Both reportedly left suicide notes, but it's unclear exactly why they chose to end their lives. Together, they ran a life coaching consultancy called Why Not Now? The radio station said they're sad that it's happened. Why not now?
Yeah. Well, their last words are like, I love you.
They're so high.
I just
want to say I love you. It's so sad.
I know. It
is, and I'm going to say this because, you never want to use tragedy as a springboard to comedy. At least here, we really try not to. But the irony itself of two life coaches, motivational speakers that own a life coaching consultancy called Why Not Now. I mean, these were terrible life coaches. Really good death coaches.
Yeah?
Terrible life coaches. Let's have a listen to their radio show. What do you say?
It's not in the book in front of me, but there's an Eleanor Roosevelt quote about that you should try to do something that scares you every day.
That is a quote, John, that I've mentioned that on the show before. Do one thing that scares you every day. Yeah, she was an amazing lady, and you can really admire that. And people need to really try to implement that into their lives. Even if it's a small thing and it feels scary, but it's a small step and it moves you forward toward your real self, because that's what John and I talk about on The Pursuit of Happiness, becoming more of your real self, what you're capable of being, and doing one thing that scares you every day, even if it's a little thing, can move you in that direction and help you gain that confidence. And, people get scared to make changes, right? And to step out of the comfort zone. And John, stepping out of the comfort zone is really
That's exactly right. Stepping into the comfort zone is very important.
Yeah, that's too bad. Pursuit of happiness. Selfish. Or pursuit of selfishness, what you call it. Folks, that's all suicide is. Don't do it.
Seek help. Talk to people.
Yeah.
Let people live.
Go to the movies. And a jury in Texas just acquitted Ezekiel Gilbert of charges that he murdered a 23-year-old Craigslist escort, agreeing that because he was attempting to retrieve the $150 he paid to Lenora Frago, who wouldn't have sex with him, his actions were justified. Did you hear what I just said?
I 100% heard what you just said.
Gilbert had admitted to shooting Fargo on Christmas Eve in 2009 when she accepted $150 from him, then left his home without having sex with him. Frago, who was paralyzed by the shooting, died several months later. Gilbert's defense argued that the shooting was meant to kill and that Gilbert's actions were justified because he believed that sex was included as part of the fee. Texas law allows people to use deadly force to recover property during a nighttime theft. The 30-year-old hugged his defense attorneys after the not guilty verdict was read by the judge. If convicted, he could have faced life in prison. When he was done, he thanked his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, his lawyers, and the jury for being able to see what wasn't the truth. Man, Texas sucks. Did you hear about those hosts that killed themselves?
I did. Well, I mean, I didn't until today.
Pursuit of Happiness, the name of their radio show.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't shoot hookers.
And don't follow the motivational advice.
No, that's not motivating. That's terrible news right there. Here's our 2 pieces of advice for you. I believe they're good ones. Don't shoot hookers and don't off yourself.
It's pretty motivational, actually.
Not bad. Yeah. Those are your Edge Files, whatever the hell day it is in June, the year 2013.
The Edge Files on 102.1 The Edge.
On the Edge.
Yesterday was funny because I was on Twitter retweeting everybody's tweets yesterday because these guys were like, enough of the Rob Ford stuff, enough of the Justin Bieber, no more Drake, no more... And I'm like, hey, so I just kept retweeting people's complaints, and then I was watching other people talk to them, and everybody started getting mad at each other, and then I had to go, hold it. Listen, guys, this is the reason why I retweeted, and there's like 64,000 people, or 63,000 people, so you know there's going to be some fights sometimes, and I had to say, hey, listen, kids, I respect everybody's opinion, it's good, but I can't stop talking about Rob Ford, and I can't stop talking about Justin Bieber, specifically because the Biebs yesterday put down $200,000, so him and his manager, Scooter Braun, could fly in outer space on the Virgin Atlantic Galactic thing. They're going to go fly in outer space, and it could be as early as the end of the year.
Biebs in space!
Yeah, not bad. And it's funny because every article I read about it yesterday was like, we hope he doesn't come back, we hope he crashes, maybe burns up on re-entry. No one likes this guy. But, you know, the interesting thing about the Biebs in space, we're going to talk about Rob Ford coming up in a minute, so folks, if you don't like it, you got to stuff it. But, the Biebs in space, this is the interesting thing. He's actually made this crazy request. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's actually made the crazy request, and he's paid like $400,000 more than everybody else because he doesn't want to just fly in outer space. And I don't wish harm to anybody except him. And I'm not going to talk about him as much as I used to because he just grosses me out now. But have you heard of the special request? No, you're looking for it right now.
No, I'm just assuming it has something to do with a washroom.
No.
Oh, okay, because him and Scooter get privacy.
No. Okay. Him and Scooter get privacy. Yeah. What's a private suite for him and Scoot? No, Justin Bieber, his special request, he paid an extra $400,000 just to see if they would, his dream, his real dream isn't going to outer space. He hopes they landed on Uranus.
Can I make a stop? Can we just stop on Uranus?
I like that.
All right. 6:45.
Yeah.
Or at least get to the rings around Uranus.
Oh, that's Saturn. Yes, it is.
I want to jump up and down on Uranus. You're the only man.
I don't even care if we land, we can crash. I just want to plow into Uranus.
The Dean Blundell Show. The Dean Blundell Show. 102.1 The Edge.
Got a funny email from a guy named Dan. You ready for this?
Can't wait.
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Hey, Diener, that movie The Purge is coming out, and not sure if you know what it's about, but here's the breakdown. I do, but he gives a good explanation.
All right.
It's about the purging the population and the government allowing people to commit any crime they want within a 12-hour period and get away with it. My question is, what crime would you commit? Or would you be one of those who would take shelter? This is a great topic for the radio, I think. Cheers, Dan. You know, Dan, it's interesting you asked the question because I was thinking about it actually yesterday when I was listening to the commercial in studio. I thought, oh, geez, would I just turtle or would I just go out and do everything and anything I could for 12 hours?
But then you put yourself out there for people to do anything and everything to you.
Yeah, but I'd do it from like a bell tower.
So I guess we know what you're doing.
Shooting people.
Oh, I thought you were just dropping pennies on the ground.
Nope.
Okay.
No. That's a great question. I wouldn't steal anything. I don't like hurting people. But, you know, if it's me or you know, my family, obviously you get on the offensive. You don't go on the defensive. Right? Because if some guy's going to break into your house and try and kill you, I'd rather kill him first. So what I would do is I would put like permanent landmines around my house and activate them like once every how many years the purge happened.
Oh, because you could do that now.
Yeah,
that's smart.
And then I would just pick people off as they were coming, kind of like when I was in Nam.
Those days, you had quite the shot.
I was from a long way away. I could just bang, shoot people. You know, it's a enemy combatant thing. You had to.
Hey, listen, if some people got in the way that weren't fighting wars,
exactly,
that's part of
like
the gig.
Operation Desert Storm. You didn't even see me coming. I was like a stealth. I was like a snake with a gun. And there's and man, them Iraqi soldiers, poof, they don't even know what happened. I mean, I was 17, but still,
you could fight with the best of them.
I was deadly. I used bear traps and stuff. Anyway, so I don't know. It's an interesting concept though because and it's ridiculous. Like the more I think about it, it's ridiculous. You're going to let everybody kill each other for 12 hours or commit any crime you want. And the basis for the movie is that unemployment's at 1%, the population's in control, but like it's brutal stuff in this movie.
Yeah, because you give people that outlet once a year. And then they kind of can adhere to all the laws the rest of the time because they know they get it. And that's.
But I don't know anybody that has to get a whole bunch of killings out of them just to be good for the next 10 years. You know what I mean?
You're not hanging out with the right kind of people.
I guess not, yeah. I guess I just have.
You haven't partied.
Weird friends.
You haven't partied.
Just be bizarre.
Wonder, how it.
What would you do? Would you do it? I'd have a hard time hurting somebody.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
I couldn't do it.
But what if there was someone you really wanted to hurt?
Like that cab driver from Ambassador that cut me off the other day.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, cab number N54.
There you go.
A54, pardon me. What an ass.
That's what the A stands for.
Yeah, ass 54. Cuts me off and gives me the finger, then throws something at my car. Yeah. If the purge happened, I wouldn't hurt anybody. I would just find that guy.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's the one night to
go and find him.
Your vengeance.
Yeah.
As they say.
Oh, maybe there's one other one.
Yeah, that's the one I thought you.
And I'd be all like, I don't know, fellas. Just not around.
I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I know what you'd do.
Break into a McDonald's and make myself a bunch of filet fish.
Time,
yeah, that'd be cool.
And just sit there in the corner with an AK-47 and just pop people if they came to take your stuff.
It's my tartar sauce!
The Dean Blundell Show. Mornings.
It's so crazy!
On the Edge.
More Rob Ford news, everybody.
awesome. More Rob Ford news.
Todd?
Yeah, this one's from our friends over at the Toronto Star who've done a lot of this reporting. And
We're going to talk to Robin Doolittle today, by the way.
Sounds like such a name of a procrastinator.
Only little. You don't get things done, do you?
But so the resident of a home where Mayor Rob Ford was photographed with the murder victim Anthony Smith, and they've confirmed that home. There was a resident in that home who was convicted in 2011 of trafficking cocaine.
Did you say trafficking cocaine?
And another was found guilty of possessing a prohibited weapon.
See, this is way more fun now.
No, but it's true. In 2011, Elena Johnson, the 51-year-old daughter of homeowner Lena Basso, was convicted of trafficking in cocaine. So, I mean, it's that home, that maybe there's...
So, hold it. The home that Rob Ford, the mayor of the city, was at, taking a picture with the dude that died and the other guy that got shot, where allegedly the crack smoking kind of went on. The person that owns the home, someone that lives there, was arrested for trafficking cocaine? Is that right?
Yeah, and according to residents, people who live in the area, they say police do frequently visit the address, which is what, again, residents deem notorious for drugs.
Notorious for drugs. Oh, there you go. I don't know how tons of fun, tub of guts can just keep running from this, but he does. Either way, we'll talk to Robin Doolittle later on in the show about the latest in the Rob Ford saga. Does
he have like a force field around him?
It's a belly.
Okay.
It's just fat.
I wasn't sure. Sounded like Rob Ford farted in a tuba.
Anyway, we'll talk to Robin Doolittle in a few minutes. Also, I think we're going to join Rick Campanelli on his Italian radio show coming up. And we're going to do a simulcast at the same time. It's going to be hilarious. And not done there, Todd is going to go to a bris and report live from a circumcision.
Pretty sure.
Not even joking.
No, we're not.
In like half hour, he's going to head down there and check out the bris. Is it a long way away from here?
It will take, I should leave soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a half hour, probably.
Todd goes to a circumcision.
The Dean Blundell Show on the Edge.
And now, the Dean Blundell Show presents The Week in Review. Yeah, it's true. Week in Review.
Hang on. Did you hear about Justin Bieber? He wants to fly in outer space.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. $200,000. Him and his boyfriend Scooter Braun are going to go on a plane that goes into outer space. Richard Branson, the guy from Virgin, it's his plane. You heard of this?
I heard of this part of it, yeah.
Paid an extra $2 million to land it on Uranus. Which leads us to your week in review. Uncircumcised all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't even peel it back and tell it to his face. Wow.
Dude, you're a dick.
What happens in the huddle stays in the huddle.
Well, she went crotch first into his face.
Steal the panties.
I told him it was a mudslide and an Alabama slammer. Erectile dysfunction became enraged seeing his drunk wife hammering another dude. Here's another video.
And if you need any help, don't contact me. I'm not gonna help you.
Oh, let's talk to the guy in the video. In your nose through some guy's rectum.
I was just young and ambitious, and I loved women. Hey, you can't knock no man for loving women.
I think that's the technique or the buffalo chicken finger. Backdoor superstar was looking for love anytime, any place. Face melting son of a bitch that is, isn't it?
What a damn one.
Backdoor brothers.
Yeah. That instrument of pleasure.
Anytime the words erectile dysfunction and Waffle House appear in the same story, I'm pretty happy.
What if that was your foreskin? Like
Terrible.
Up over your mouth.
The breath would be horrible.
Got tackled and arrested naked.
They're suing the titty committee?
Trying to take a photo under women's skirts, suggested he was just trying to light her fart on fire.
I want to talk to you after because you're in the tent with teenage girls and that's scary.
Some green one and some block Quebecies or something.
Little twist?
Yeah.
I thought that's what they called Bieber.
Splitsies on a 12-inch dildo. Loving unclean women. Michael Jackson's daughter tried to off herself with a meat cleaver. Sean went,
Giant hard possums.
I've seen a giant hard possum, actually.
That's what she said.
Mommy, I want to go see the nuts.
I already got some crazy anxiety issues. Now I'm responsible for your cancer.
Let me take off your expensive panty.
Like a sock.
Little sock.
Only they had those for a pecker.
$200 double-ended jelly dong, veins, everything. It wasn't such a tragic thing. You think it was just hemorrhoids gone bad. They get like red-headed turned on.
Little fluid dumpster.
Gag reflex, brush their teeth yesterday. Audio of that as opposed to this stupid show.
I was checking your colon.
It's like an Atana taco show.
Jugs Johnson. They're allowed to put fingers in your rectum. And you're a pussy with a knife. So I'd stab him if I were you. I'll just sit here. Take the dog. Stab the dog. I don't care.
Because of her large chest.
Hang up your strip joint shoes. And you're a depressed prick. Baskin Robbins is my best friend.
I have 31 friends.
Listen to his little diabolical laugh. Listen to it. I know when you get a feeling, one of two things usually happens. Someone gets pregnant or you're right.
Baskin Robbins is my best friend.
Rob Ford's the greatest mayor ever. You guys are scavengers, Elena said in a brief encounter with the Toronto Star.
Are you in school? Not this time. No. So do you have a job? No, not this time.
This is the Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Lots still to come on the program. I believe we're going to have a live circumcision, a bris. So hold on for that. Todd has coerced his cousins into doing it. This is going to be awesome. Some guy's going to hold up his phone, see if we can hear the moment of impact.
Yeah. And then I think the baby gets a shot of wine after.
Oh, lucky kid. We know it hurt. Here, have a drink.
Yeah, it's not quite 11 a.m.
It is somewhere.
Yeah. Those Moyle jokes.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, a guest of ours that we have from time to time, Rick Campanelli, for Entertainment Tonight Canada, has a radio show with a whole bunch of guys, look like good guys. Rick, Ito, Luciano, Andy, Rhino, and Lawrence. Rhino or Reno, I don't know. I apologize. But we've been listening to them. Are they there now? They're talking now. And we've been listening to their program. And I think they're there now.
Buongiorno.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Richard.
Dean.
Hi, Richard.
Good morning, Dean.
How are you?
I'm going to say buongiorno again.
Yeah, buongiorno.
That's because that's how we do it over here at the Fratelli Squad.
Well, I was listening to your show, and it was funny because it sounded like when you go to a coffee shop.
Yes.
And you hear a whole bunch of guys sitting around talking, and you know that's exactly what it sounded like because you were like, I remember when my neighbor Nino was outside and he came out with some biscuits.
Well, we were talking accordions. It's accordion talk this morning.
Why?
Well, because we have Claudio Santaluce on with us this moring. Is he
there now?
He's right.
I'm right here. Can you squeeze it a little bit for us? I want to hear that.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to hear that biatch. Are you allowed to say biatch on your show?
Well, I guess that's too late now.
That's Eduardo, by the way.
Eduardo, we said biatch on your show. Everyone can hear us.
Thank you, guys.
There you go.
Take it away, Claudio.
Come on. Awesome. Let's hear it for that. That looks like the hardest instrument in the world to play.
It is a bit difficult, yeah.
Is it real? How old are you?
I'm 23.
And you when you started playing that, did all the kids make fun of you a bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We actually, Dean, have a little contest for you and your listeners this morning.
Yeah.
Claudio's going to play a few tracks, and you have to name that tune.
Oh, that's
awesome.
like rock and roll and accordion style.
And first of all, let me say this, Claudio. If those kids make fun of you, they can stick it because that sounded awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does it help you get the chicks, though?
I knew that was coming.
I was waiting for that.
Maybe not.
Well,
I'm actually engaged. Yeah, no.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
At 23, what are you crazy?
He's an accordion player.
Oh, yeah. You grab and hang on to that, then.
All right, you want to give him the first one, Claudio?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready?
Okay.
We're starting easy. We're starting easy for you guys, and we're going to get progressively harder.
Are these Italian songs?
No.
Well, that's European, right? Sort of.
It's like a Toronto artist, actually.
Todd, you should know that one.
Canadian, come on.
Do it again.
Todd, you like to go to the clubs, right?
What's it?
Mia Martina.
No, is it Drake?
Yeah. Okay, you'll get this next one.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. That was Stereo of Love, Mia Martina.
Oh. I'm gonna fight them all. White Stripes. Yeah, White Stripes. That is awesome. That is good.
I got with
Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck. AC/DC.
Yeah. You guys are quick. You guys are quick. You guys
We're
are
running out of
fast.
songs.
Wow.
Well, he's a real
Wow.
dude. Rick, he's a really good accordion player, so it makes sense.
He is.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay, we got one more.
Okay. Just one more? Oh, it's a tougher one.
Someone to lean on.
Yeah. Lean on.
We're going old school.
Lean on me.
Wow. Hey, you guys are good.
How about you got another one?
You didn't leave any for your listeners.
Well, we
I don't have
got
anything else. No.
Do we have any tarantella
Yeah,
left?
something. Oh, give him a tarantella.
Yeah,
Tarantella?
the real thing.
Did you guys hear the tarantella I played before?
I don't even know what you just said.
Oh my God, that's actually before you play, and maybe you should explain
What is tarantella? Yeah.
Tarantella is like a traditional Italian dance.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a
So
spider.
when do you do? I thought it was an STD. What is it? So what is the traditional dance? So when do you do it? You do it like at a wedding? Do you do it when you meet people? What is it?
At a wedding, exactly.
Oh, okay.
And different regions have their own tarantellas, which I
Exactly,
just
so-
found out this morning. So,
Yeah.
so which region would you like, Dean? Which region in Italy would you like Claudia
The
to play?
itchiest
The
region.
itchiest.
Oh,
You give me the region you're from, Rick.
Well, my dad's from La Marque.
They don't have tarantella. apparently.
No tarantella in La Marque. They just sing their own songs.
They must wear rubbers there.
But my mom's dad was from Sicily, so
Okay.
there's got to be a Sicilian
But what is it?
tarantella.
Why is it tarantella? What is the meaning of the word?
You could
With-
explain.
I'm going to explain. You're the accordion player. You should know this thing.
What is wrong with you?
Eduardo, explain, Lucy, explain.
That's the reason why we have him on
That's
the show,
true. He's
right?
the expert. But I want to hear more of your voice.
Yeah, well, tarantella, it's made of two words, tarantanella, and from the ancient Greek, meaning play the accordion. Take me out of this
And is this the point where the bullet goes right in the forehead?
And just a quick note, they all sort of end the same way. Pop, pop, like that at the end, right?
Listen. It sounds like some kind of crazy daycare in there. How many people are in that room? There's
Well,
like
not as many as usual, Dean, because we have our Andy Cantante, one of our regulars. He's in Montreal for the Formula One weekend.
Right.
So he's going to be reporting live on the ground from the track.
Oh, cool.
He says he's on the track, so we'll see.
You got accreditation for that?
Imagine that.
Well, did we get accreditation? No, we don't get any accreditation for anything. We just
show up.
Old school styles. We just sneak onto things.
So, are you guys? I sound like you guys have a good time. You do this show on Chin Radio every Friday from 7 to 9, and then and then that's it. They don't let you do the rest of the week.
Well, no, Eduardo, go ahead. You can explain.
Well, wait, always me. Why do I need to?
Well, you are.
You know why? I'll tell you why.
I'll
tell you why. This is why. You sound like that race car from Cars, the second one. That's why. You sound cool.
The Cinquecento.
Yeah.
I love that character. What's the name?
That was
Francesco.
Francesco.
That's right.
Oh, so you want me to do my Italian accent? Cause
No.
Right now I'm doing my English one.
No, but what? How come they don't let you guys do the whole thing?
Well, we're still on probation right now, and they're trying to think if they like the show. And plus, Rick is pretty expensive. We cannot afford him all the way.
No, guys, listen. We just started this show back in October. It's just
6 months ago.
We're still sort of guinea pigs. No.
Thank you.
Experiment. I don't know.
Guinea pig.
No, but Eduardo has been doing. You should tell your story. Eduardo came over from Italy 5-6 years ago.
7 years ago.
7 now.
Yeah,
Time flies. Eh?
I didn't know a word of Italian when I came. Sorry, of English.
When
I came here.
And
when are you going to learn one?
Yeah. 7 and counting, Eduardo.
I know. Sorry, I'm trying hard. But the problem, I'm watching Rick. So what happened is I was watching Rick on TV every night, and I said I want to do a radio show with that guy. And then thanks to Luciano.
Luciano is another Fratelli member, yeah.
It just happened.
We got together at the Dip, Cafe Dip, and the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Eduardo does the show every morning on his own. Credit to Eduardo. He's here like you guys are every morning. What, 7 to 10?
So they just have you. So Rick, you're just kind of suckholing to Eduardo right now. You're like tagging along.
I am. Basically, that's exactly it. And we're starting the weekend off with Waking Up Italian Style with the Fratelli Squad on Chin. That's it.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you guys, I had a fabulous time. Rick, if your friends are anything like you guys are a solid bunch of guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. And let's do this again because we had a great time listening to the accordion.
We would love to do this again. And I don't want to forget, we have Desiree here as well. Desiree's in the studio with us. She's our Twitter master.
How old is she?
Johnny, technical Johnny in the...
Hey, listen, how old is Desiree?
You want Des to answer for herself?
Sure.
Yeah.
Come on, Des, get to the
She's shy.
I have a question for her, too.
Okay.
Oh,
here we go. She's turning red as we speak.
All right, go ahead.
I'll be 29.
She'll be 29.
How many times have you been a sunshine girl?
We needed to do that. You just had to go there.
I don't know how many times, but we are bringing, Des is bringing on the Chin bikini guys and girls very soon, right?
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah,
wow.
Tell them more about that.
In the next few weeks, in prep for our Chin picnic.
That's right.
Okay.
We might be able to share, guys, if you want.
What, share Des or share Pete Guest?
Think about that one.
Let me talk with my lawyer.
Okay, all right.
We'll figure that out.
All right, listen, hey guys.
Great having you guys.
Great talking to you. Thank you so much for giving us some time on your station. We really appreciate it. And Rick, love you and wish you nothing but the best, guys. Thanks so much for your time.
Love you guys. Amore.
Amore.
Yes. The Dean Blundell Show. Pleasure having you guys. There you go. Claudio, play them out.
Telly Squad.
Hey! See you guys. Ciao, ciao.
You guys are good. I like those guys.
They're fun.
That's good, clean fun. I have a feeling we may have gotten them fired this morning, though.
Let's hope. No. I'm joking. They're the best.
I want them to do great.
They will do great. We need an instrument in here.
How about the skin flute? Boosh.
Who's gonna play it?
You.
No.
Again.
I told you I'm not as flexible as I used to be.
How about the old rusty trombone?
We gotta hire some new interns.
How about the organ? Yeah. No, this is a good group of guys.
Yeah.
That was fun. I'd do that any day. Look at these guys. This is phenomenal. This is some good radio.
Must have lost some listeners.
Yeah.
The Dean Blundell Show.
I love that sound.
What happened? Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened?
What the happened?
Time for a hop, and you confess to doing something no one knows about. The best confession wins. Let's go to the phones. Anthony, how you doing?
Not bad, you?
Good, brother. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from my truck. Actually, in the Niagara region.
Oh, cool. I like the Niagara region.
Right, it's quite beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Beach.
What happened? What's that?
I said I got a nice beach right 5 minutes from my house.
Probably a lot of beaches around Niagara.
Yeah, lots of them.
What happened? Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened?
What the happened?
Well, keep it short and sweet. I farted on my kid's head with shrapnel, and I gave him pink eye by mistake.
Oh, my God. Why would you fart on your kid's head?
Well, I got out of the shower, and I was brushing my teeth. I was watching the kids, and then one of my kids is a little terrorist, so he comes in and rips the towel off me and starts spanking me in the butt cheeks, and I'm like, knock it off, or I'm going to fart on you, and he kept doing it. So I chased after him, and then I pinned him down, and I farted on his head.
No, you can't.
Oh, I don't know if you want to...
That's if Children's Aid heard that, you'd be in trouble.
Well, he was like 4.5. So I told him.
He's not going to remember when he's older.
Yeah, it's okay to fart shrapnel into your kid's eye then. It's all right. Yeah, no problem.
It was an accident. I meant to fart, and a little bit came out and got him in the eye.
Terrible story. We don't condone that at all. Not with anyone in your family. I mean, maybe your grandma.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, what about a grandparent? You could just go, Grandpa, you should wash your hands. And he wouldn't remember it anyway. He'd just think it was a really stiff breeze that smelled funny. Why is there a little breeze coming out of this cave? Farted on my kid's head.
Terrible.
Hey, Chris.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, so I guess what happened was I started a job with a waterproofing company. I worked there for 8 months, got laid off. One of my coworkers calls me back to hire me back. He's been promoted.
Happened?
Hello?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, so he's been promoted to foreman. He calls me back to work because they're short guys. And I end up finding out how I knew this guy. We couldn't figure out how we knew each other for months. His mother and father and me and my ex-girlfriend from high school swung together 10 years ago. I got a from his mom.
Okay, let's just recap. Hang on. Got to take that part out. So you and your girlfriend used to swing with your foreman's mother and father, and you got a beeger from the mom.
Yeah.
Was the mom hot?
My ex-girlfriend. Oh, the mom was hot. She had 3 kids and a banging body still. Face wasn't great, but banging body.
This was your girlfriend's mom?
Your mom's face. No, his foreman's mom at work.
Yeah, we didn't know where we knew each other from. We got to the foreman this year, called me back to work, and then one day we're working.
Did you tell him that? Did you say, hey, I know how I know you?
We were at work. We were trying to plan our camping trip for that weekend, and I'm like, I know this guy from a store down here, and he's like, oh, I used to rent that building out. I'm like, oh, I swung with an older couple, Mike and Norma there. And he's like, dude, that's my parents.
That's a good one. Hey, Butch.
Hey, Dean, how you doing?
Good, brother. What's up?
Not much. Just last Thursday.
Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened?
What the happened?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I worked for the city of Toronto, driving an automated garbage truck. Pull up to the house, grab the bin, put the bin up in the air, truck moved forward, brought the bin down, caught the power line, and sent the spark from the truck to the hydro stack in their house and set the house on fire.
Did you run like hell?
I couldn't get out of the truck because the hydro wire had broken half and was wrestling out of the truck, so I was afraid to get out of the truck, not to get electrocuted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was about 8 fire trucks and about 40 firemen. It was like a training day for them. They're all standing around and scratching their heads.
Did you get fired?
No, I didn't get fired.
Just an accident?
It was an accident.
I prefer it to be on purpose.
Yeah,
it's not interesting if it's an accident.
Boring!
Nick!
How's it going?
Good, man. What's happening?
Nothing much.
Where are you calling from?
North York.
What happened? Hey, what happened?
Well, I was at this high school party one time. I downed a whole 40, got extremely drunk, and the cops show up, and usually you would not want to draw attention to yourself. Well, me, I decided to go up and try to walk right into the cops' car when they're standing there with the doors locked, ask me what I'm doing. Anyways, long story short, they tell us to call a taxi. We had no money for a cab, so when a cab showed up to pick up other people, me and my buddies ran down the road. The cops were searching for us for 2 hours because I was knocking on people's houses, asking in their house.
So boring. Damn it.
Sorry about that, people.
Lucas.
Hello.
What's up?
You know, usual. How's it going?
Good.
What the
Hoppin'.
What the happened?
Well, I was getting to that. So, yeah, I've been working nights in Brampton. I live in Cambridge. I get home yesterday morning, fall asleep for about 20 minutes. Wake up to go drain the fluid, drain the main vein, get into my bathroom, and I turn my head to the right, and I'm about eye level with the shower curtain rod. There's a squirrel on my shower curtain rod who doesn't seem too happy. I have a very small bathroom, not very well organized. Proceeded to, jump away from the toilet, getting excess fluid everywhere. And have a squirrel chase me around my bathroom. It was
Chris, you win.
Yes! That is awesome!
Yep. Swinging with your foreman's parents, Norma and Mike.
Yeah. That is awesome. I'm taking him to Edge Fest, and we both love rugby. So
does he know? So he knows that you and your.
You know what his mom is?
He knows that you know where he came from intimately.
Somewhat, yeah. We talked about it. He's the one that told me to call in. It was funny.
Okay, well, good. At least you guys are still friends. I'd have punched you right in the throat.
I would have too. He's even driven me home from their house before. That's the worst part.
After you've swung?
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird.
I hope after you showered.
Yeah. Did you brush your teeth?
No, of course not.
Shake his hand goodbye?
We don't brush our teeth.
Yeah. Did you shake his hand goodbye? Did you hold up your hand and go, hey, does it smell familiar?
Yeah. No, just a high five.
Does it bring you back 30 years?
That's Mom.
That is Mom.
The worst part is I'm only 27 and she was 30.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
How does that work?
What?
No, I was 27, sorry. I'm 27 now. I was 17 and she was 30 when it happened.
Oh, so it was totally illegal.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, totally.
All right, Norma.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. I believe we have a bris live on the air. Is that correct? So. We got a bris. Is it live? Okay, so Todd, explain what's going on here.
I don't know. It happened to me almost 40 years ago. I forget.
No, but what's happening? Is the bris done?
I think because you hear commotion. I think we...
Hello?
Mr. Moyley?
Hello?
I think it's about to happen. No, I think it just happened. Oh, yeah. It just happened.
It's not that bad?
Yeah, that's good.
A child was just circumcised on live TV.
Yeah,
live radio. I mean, yeah, right here.
Radio.
Mr. Moyley?
Are you there? Kid seems to be taking it tough.
It's tough to look at, yeah.
Okay. He said it's tough to look at. All right, time for your Edge files, everybody.
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
That's crazy. We just heard a live circumcision on the air. Did you hear the baby? It's no fun.
We were listening just before 2, and you could tell that the baby knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But still, he will thank the folks.
Yeah.
As they all do years later.
Yeah, when he's 26 and running a train on chicks at McGill. He'll thank his folks. We talked about this earlier. Crazy story in New York. The hosts of a radio show called The Pursuit of Happiness both died in an apparent double suicide. Let's hear a little bit of their radio show.
It's not in the book in front of me, but there's an Eleanor Roosevelt quote about that you should try to do something that scares you every day.
Well, congratulations. That's what they did. Hosts of the New York radio show The Pursuit of Happiness found dead Monday in an apparent double suicide. The bodies of psychotherapist Lynn Rosen, 46, and John Liddick, a 48-year-old motivational speaker. I'm not laughing at the death. It's the irony, people. The offing yourself thing, easily the most selfish thing you could do, by the way.
It's like us teaching people how to do rocket science. Like, you would laugh at that.
No, I think we could.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Okay.
No, it'd be like us teaching people how to be sensitive to people's needs. It'd be us having a show on Catholicism. Same thing. Anyway, the couple hosts the monthly advice show on WBAI-FM died from inhaling helium with plastic bags over their heads.
You gotta be kidding me.
I just can't take any more of this. Life's just getting too hard.
Both.
I wonder if they just one last time.
Both apparently terrible left suicide notes. It's unclear exactly why they chose to end their lives. Together, the couple that committed Harry Carey ran a life coaching consultancy called Why Not Now? I
just hope that
question was answered.
Yeah.
What?
No, I hope a lot of people didn't put their
Imagine
faith
being
into...
like a client that you really turned their life around.
Yeah.
And then they go, excuse me, my life coach killed himself.
Like,
hello.
I want my money back. How do you get it back, though?
You don't. It's gone. Wow. The irony, though. I know. It's about 80 things I want to say, and I can't.
I know. Well, but it's not
They're good
humorous.
death coaches.
It's get
paid for that. Because the voices from the television told him to, a guy named Martin Montano killed his mom, put her in the trunk of the car, and then tossed her over the bridge, according to Albuquerque police. He heard some voices from the TV and said, you got to throw your mom off the reef. So that when asked what TV show he was watching, he said the news, but it was another voice inside the news that told him to do that. A passerby was able to intervene as before she got a chance to throw his mom over the bridge. Using information from witnesses at the scene, police were able to apprehend him shortly thereafter. He was arrested and charged with attempt to commit a violent felony, attempted murder, and a whole bunch of other crap. I'd never in my life have heard a voice from the television. I've never... And I used to work with this handicapped dude, and because I worked in group homes when I was in university to make extra money. It was very rewarding. And this guy used to listen to the radio, and you listen to a remote. Like, when you say, hey, come on down to the LCBO and try this new 40 Creek whiskey that's on display here. Mm-hmm. It's Todd here at the LCBO in Summerhill on 102. You know that?
Yeah.
Well, this one guy would go, I'm coming! And he just he'd take off. And then he'd run, and the group home was like 30 miles out of town. He'd run into town like the Calgary Stampede. He'd do the same thing. Those voices in his head.
I'm just trying to think what you wouldn't want to hear on the radio.
Or out of the TV.
Yeah.
And police have charged 18-year-old Kelsey Gallagher with trespassing after she dove headfirst into someone else's pool, minus the water.
Ow.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Fuck!
A little after midnight on Monday, ended up with a spinal injury, fractured skull, broken wrist, and brain injuries as well. They said she was wasted, and she was found unconscious in the pool. Her friend, a 20-year-old, was there as well, and told police the pair was out looking for some pools to swim in. It appears the investigation, she dove headfirst into the empty pool, not knowing there wasn't water in it. The great part is she dove off the fence.
Oh.
So an extra 6 feet.
Like Jimmy Superfly Snook in the day as a wrestler.
Her friend said she was drinking a Mickey of Southern Comfort, and she heard her scream Geronimo before she dove into the pool. Geronimo!
crap.
All she said she heard then was a thud and a bunch of moaning. That's when she called 911. Police are advising people not to go, as they call it, pool hopping. Specifically, if you do, make sure there's water in said pool.
Yeah, I don't know, man. How do you not know there's no water in there? I've been drunk before.
Never that drunk?
No, it's like, I don't know, taking a pee with the top still down. Yeah. Come on.
It's nothing like that.
No?
No. She's just an idiot. That's how it was supposed to work. They said she might die. They said for sure she's going to be brain injured and mentally unstable for the rest of her life. Geronimo, huh? Last words.
That's tough.
Hey, what were her last words before she dove? Geronimo! Thud. Oh, well. Those are your Edge files, whatever the hell day it is in June, the year 2013.
The Edge Files on 102.1 The Edge.
This is the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Rob Ford, Mayor of Toronto, yesterday said he can absolutely survive the crack scandal. Latest in the Rob Ford news story, Todd, we talked about it earlier this morning. The house that was identified where the picture was taken, where he was allegedly with these crack guys, or the guys that he smoked crack with, or something. Apparently now we find out from the Toronto Star that the person, one of the persons in the house, was arrested and charged with trafficking cocaine.
Yeah.
In 2011.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
That's nothing more to say. No, it's true. One resident of the home where Mayor Rob Ford was photographed with murder victim Anthony Smith has been convicted of trafficking cocaine. And Robin Doolittle, who I think we're getting on the phone, is part of this article. So it'll be really interesting to find out what they know.
Yeah.
So there's a home where he has a picture of with a dude who's been murdered. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a board game.
Like Clue. Like crack Clue.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and it's funny because we don't know a whole lot about it, but reporters from the Toronto Star and the Globe and Mail and the National Post, now pretty much every major publication are trying to get on it. Is she there? What are you doing talking to her? Huh? Is she there now? Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Was that our producer's fault that we lost you there?
I think so.
Even she said, throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, don't give me the poop look, Sean. You just sat and I'm trying to get her on the radio, and you know what you're doing? You're sitting there going like this. Hey, so how's it going? Anyway, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. We got these things for today's interview. Listen to this.
You like that?
Yeah.
That's dramatic.
What about this? What about this one? You just got to spice it up because it's getting, the news is always fresh, but, the word Rod Ford is starting to get boring. But tell us, first of all, Robin, tell us, as one of the three people on the planet that have allegedly seen this video, which may or may not exist according to everyone else, but you've seen the video now. What is the status of it? Because the Gawker guy was blaming you guys for running the video out of town, and no one wants to give them the video. Where are things at with that?
Yeah, I mean, I won't comment on the Gawker stuff because I don't know what they're doing on their side. I can say that, the Star is continuing to investigate this. And, I don't know if there are copies. They always had told us that there were copies. And yeah, that's kind of where it's at. We're still,
Are you still talking to the people that allegedly may or may not have said video?
We are certainly still in contact and pursuing that angle.
Ooh.
What are the do you have like a is it 50-50, 60-40?
I don't know. You know what? It's really honestly for us, like there's the getting the video, which is huge, and then there's also all this other stuff, the story of the video. The what's been going on, the house that we've been writing about lately, where the mayor had his photo taken. The residents who live inside have some charges, including trafficking cocaine. We're going to be having more information on that coming in the next couple of days about their history and who they are and
their relationship to the mayor.
Yeah, so I mean, there's that, and then there's the video, and yeah, I mean, do I think all hope is lost on that front? No, I guess I'll say that.
That was a cute little cough.
Yeah,
you
she's
did
like,
too. That was cute, Robin.
So, Robin Doolittle, our guest from the Toronto Star. Now, so you've kind of updated us on the video. I appreciate that. Now let's get to the house itself. You guys wrote a smashing article identifying where the house was. The tenants of the home allegedly went to school with Rob Ford, high school with Rob Ford back in the day. Today's article is pretty interesting, where you guys talked about one of the residents of the home being linked to illegal drug activity.
Yeah. So, and I mean, what's interesting about this is just what has been interesting about this whole episode is it's a lot of just like good old fashioned journalism. Two of my colleagues, Tim Almanciak, I hope I said that right, and Jesse McLean found, north of Tobico for weeks with that photo that we published to find the house.
That's awesome. They could have just used Google Maps.
And compare, because we knew like a general postal code area where they were, but nothing more specific than that. And comparing the brick, the color of the door, the light fixture, a little wire off to the side and left. Drove around for weeks until they found it. And then, we said, okay, who lives here? Let's see what the property records are. Let's, run their names through the courts. Let's try to, get them to come out and talk to us. And, the kids, the three, well, they're in their 40s and early 50s, the people who live there, the kids of the owner, one of whom has passed away. They're not on the records and anyway, it's been really interesting, and I hope people appreciate the work that goes into it.
Yeah, totally, I do. But what did you find out recently about the drug history of the family?
Right. So the eldest daughter,
play that suspense.
Hello.
Music. Play the suspense music. It's perfect timing for it.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we got you. We got you.
Good. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You were trying to play your music and it didn't work out?
No, I didn't play any music at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we've got, there's the trafficking cocaine. Her brother, Fabio, has prohibited weapon charge, and some theft stuff, which was withdrawn, and then a fraud. But there will be, like I said, there's more on this that we're pursuing, and there will be more coming in the coming days and weeks.
Okay. So, but what you're saying is that history at that house, of a relationship between the tenants of the home and the mayor. There is a history of drug trafficking and charges and weapons charges in that home, and those people have a relationship with the mayor. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. We've spoken with people who said that they are very old friends, and then we finally got someone at the home a couple days ago who. His name is David Prophet. He was on his way to the airport. He was stopping by to say goodbye. He came out and spoke with me briefly and said that that they have known each other. The Fords and the Basses have known each other for a long time, and they were friends in high school. So that it seems like it's a relationship that spans more than 20 years.
Now, Robin, if I stand corrected, when Mr. Ford, the mayor of our city, did his little radio show, and he talked about why did he have a picture with Anthony Smith, who was sort of a known kind of, not such a good person in the community. And he just said, I make myself accessible to everyone. I just take pictures of people. I don't really remember where it happened.
And then he followed it up by calling people that questioned that photograph racist.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Do you think he should be accountable at least now to say, okay, I do know where this picture was taken?
Yeah, I mean, well, for one thing, the people in the community are adamant that Anthony Smith was not involved in drugs. And I should say that, his family is adamant about that. And he was the victim of gun violence, and that's what we know for sure. Okay. We do know that two of the people in that photo were caught in gun violence. We do know that that home is associated with drug activity. The mayor said he takes pictures to everybody. For me, what's very significant is it's at night, he's in casual clothing, his sweatshirt and kind of like grubby pants. it doesn't look like the ones where he's outdoor knocking and acting in an official capacity. And yeah, I mean, I think the mayor absolutely needs to say, if it's innocent enough, why doesn't he say, I'm friends with these people, or I know where this house is, or something to that effect, just to say, oh, it's just some random place. I was just taking a picture. I don't know. I don't know if the public is satisfied with that.
Yeah, you know what, and it's funny, as much as this video, as you said, will be huge, to identify where the home is that Fordsey took the picture is one thing, and then now to give some history as to their relationship of the people in the home and the kind of people they are and what they've been doing in their life, and then to know that relationship is with the mayor himself. I mean, he at some point, and he refused to comment on everything again yesterday, at some point Tons of Fun's going to have to be accountable for the explanation.
I hope so. I mean, certainly his strategy is to not answer, and I just think it's up to the media to keep asking and not, do that maybe sometimes Canadian polite thing where you stop, because it gets awkward at some point and you feel like you're being rude, and we just need to keep hammering, keep hammering every day and asking these questions.
To add to that point too, Robin, I think that we as citizens shouldn't get caught up in sort of the spin on it, which is now you guys are being tabloid reporters and what's the star, stooping to, what kind of low levels.
You know what, anytime, yeah. But this is the thing, dude, and I think this is, anytime someone gets caught, the best defense is a great offense.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys, Doug and Rob, and now things are getting muddier and stickier for these guys. This is what blows my mind, going on the offensive against you guys and all media, and they do it on their radio show this is the definition of a pussy, if you ask me. Insulting people that do good journalism behind a microphone, and then as soon as you leave that office, you apologize every single week and say you didn't mean the word maggots. And it's gotta frustrate people like you, but then again, if you consider the kind of quality of personality that is saying these things, you probably don't really give a crap, do you?
I don't know. I just gotta do my job. They've taken a tactic of how they're going to handle this, and we'll just continue to keep asking them questions.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Robin Doolittle from Toronto Star, one of the reporters that's allegedly seen the crack smoking video of the mayor. Someone sent me an email yesterday. I found it very interesting, and the email was, does anybody notice that Rob Ford cut his hair shortly after all this stuff happened? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go there or not. Maybe he just got a haircut.
Well, okay. Now, this is because
of the follicles.
The way that they test for cocaine is through your hair. The way they test for illegal drugs is a lot of it is through your hair. So shortly, and this is just me wondering. This is hypothetical, and it was something posed by somebody else that no one's talking about this. He goes out and shaves his head right after this whole thing happened. And if you take an inch off, you take 30 days of drug records out of your hair. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's a fact. That's a scientific fact. So now we're into him cutting his hair, cleaning all his stuff up, not answering questions. And I know you said you don't really want to talk about that, but like, have you heard anybody mention this stuff?
I think like the last time we spoke, I talked about a lot of the conspiracy theories around this, and I don't know, like you can't get kind of swept up in them. For me, it's really simple of what we're trying to do at the Star. Mm-hmm. And we don't need to get into any of the conspiracy theories. Like, for all I know, the guy had some long hair and just got a haircut, and the timing was that he wanted to look nice for his press conference.
Well, it was interesting because, as he said, this guy is a toxicology expert that emailed me, and he said after the 24th, after being underground for almost a week, he had a new haircut, a very closely cropped crew cut that was shorter than his usual hairstyle. As you were probably aware, the idea of drug testing for it has come up from time to time in the media, never been offered up in his camp to address the allegations. The best test for crack cocaine is hair analysis. About a half inch of hair is required for every month one wants to test for. So essentially, for every half inch of hair he cut off, he's deleting 30 days of drug use history, if indeed he did do those drugs.
So is it alleged then he got a Brazilian too?
Gross, hey? Hey, Robin?
Yeah.
You know what? You can report journalism and have a little giggle from time to time. There you go. So what do we expect? Because it's the weekend, and I always love weekends because that's when the real story broke. Are you going to have some stuff and investigate and be reporting on some stuff in the next couple of days?
Well, I think, like I said, that we have a lot more information about the individuals in the house where Ford was taken. I think we'll be able to show a broader pattern of drug use, and kind of build on what we've already got, and certainly also building on the relationship that the mayor has to this house.
Okay. Well, listen, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for it, and all the best, and continue the good work.
Perfect. Thanks very much, guys.
Okay, thanks, Robin.
See you, Robin.
That's an interesting one. And that was a guy named Dave that sent me that.
Yeah, and again, I do respect the fact that she's like, say, hey, don't get caught up in all the conspiracies, but that's also, I think, maybe a very polite way of saying, there might be something going on here.
Yeah. Why else would he cut his hair? He's never done that before.
Who knows?
Who knows what's going on?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not accusing the dude of doing anything, but what I'm saying is I mean, there's a lot of arrows that are starting to point the same direction, so.
There should just be some explanation.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
The Dean Blundell Show. Mornings on the Edge.
Maybe your life is full of sorrow. Y'all listen up. This chick sees tomorrow.
I see tomorrow, I think.
Oh,
get mad. It's like that. Get mad.
It's Psychic Nikki on the Dean Blundell Show.
Yo. Come on.
It's Psychic Nikki on the Dean Blundell Show.
Mr. Clean,
it's Psychic Nikki
doing my thing. Yo. I sound like Randy Jackson.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay, all right.
921, Nikki's here. Now, at first I wanted to get right to it, by the way.
Yeah.
So we've learned a couple of things this week, and Todd and I were talking about it this morning. First of all, and I know people are sick of talking about the Beebs, as am I. Now, he's bought a ticket to go on the Virgin Galactic space flight. Could be by the end of the year. Him and his boyfriend, Scooter Braun. Him and his butt buddy.
Right.
So anyway, he bought these tickets. Now, you have predicted, and Todd pointed out this morning, Todd, in a very astute prediction.
I just somehow remembered. It doesn't usually happen.
Okay, well,
yeah.
let me just big it up a little bit.
Thanks, bud.
So you, Todd astutely said he needed to be careful of planes.
I did.
Do you see him not only going into outer space and never coming back, but do you see a fiery kind of crash, or maybe like
I see danger around him for sure, Dean. And I woke up this morning, and it's funny you should say that.
Yes.
Early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got a plane around Justin Bieber.
Was that before? Was that before or after the diaper changing?
I don't wear diapers. My neighbors do, not me.
Okay, just joking.
Good God.
I'm sorry. I'm just being a jerk.
Duh.
Right?
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
They're pull-ups.
How's your depends?
Oh.
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh, there you got me.
Todd wears them just because he's had a very active sexual life.
And they're like act as a pillow.
Well, I get like a giant spider in there soon.
That's disgusting.
I know.
So, do you think that, do you see the plane crashing? Do you see it burning up on re-entry? What do you see?
There's some terrible thing. Like, I don't think people are going to get back from that flight. I feel bad. Like, I feel something's going to go wrong.
Oh.
So you better get your refunds now. Something. And you know what? It coincides with one of the predictions I dreamt about last night, which was that a planet in our planetary system is going to blow up. An explosion.
Oh. Really?
So it could be Pluto. And I don't work for NASA, right? But
you don't?
No.
Oh.
I wish I
Who knew?
did. Yeah, but it could be Pluto, Saturn, or one of those. Yeah, in the solar system.
Blow up?
Explosion. That's what I'm getting.
I think we know about.
Well, apparently there's an asteroid coming in October that could hit Mars.
Oh, maybe that's it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but it's not gonna, it may affect us, like solar flares and stuff like that in the tides of the ocean, but we won't blow up. You know what I mean? But they will blow up.
That's good news.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a planet blowing up, I'm telling you.
Really?
They may be hiding this from the public.
Because they don't know the fallout. They don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. Even NASA doesn't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because there's more and more asteroids.
Okay,
in
but
space.
back to the Beebs. You're saying that if he goes on this galactic flight, he may never come back to Earth?
Well, I don't want to say
awesome,
that.
That is the best. news I have ever in my life gotten. That would be a dream come true for a couple of reasons. One, we would never have to deal with this little puke again. Two, and I really believe this, there's no place to mourn.
Now, this is not what I want to see.
And three, we'd never have to hear his music again.
Well, somehow I think we might, but just it wouldn't be new stuff.
New stuff, yeah.
We wouldn't be newly sick.
What if this, Dean, he goes into space and something hits him that makes him more powerful?
That would suck. Oh, becomes a mutant.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, like a Fantastic Four.
Yeah. He could never die.
Oh, my God.
That way, you know what? There's going to be a landing of a spaceship very soon, but it's going to land in Texas near Amarillo. Do you know
Really?
where and there's not going to. Everybody's going to go near the spaceship, but there's not going to be anybody on board.
Really?
No, it's just going to be a spaceship, but then people will go in there and they'll disappear.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's cool.
Like opens up a whole new world.
Yeah,
when we go in there.
interdimensional gateway.
Yeah,
it
it's a gateway.
is.
That's
It
what I was
is.
looking
It
for.
is. It's scary, and there's going to be more of them landing.
Speaking of disappearing, now Rob Ford, you said last week, the mayor of the city, we would have a new mayor soon.
Yes.
Now, have you revised your timeline? Do you see anything else? Because you said you saw a political sex scandal.
I did.
At City Hall.
I still do.
Now, here's some information
Yes.
that not many people know.
Oh.
I believe that is also being investigated, and I can't say who's involved.
Really?
I can't say what's going on, but Todd and I have it on very good authority that this may be the next step in the flushing out of the immoral people working for the city of Toronto.
Oh boy, that's not good.
And
Is
you
it?
predicted that for
A
the
long
last
time ago,
several
yeah.
months.
Yeah. Even before Christmas.
Yeah, that's the last several months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
exactly what that is.
I know. I know. So this is going to happen.
At least 6.
It's going to, but you know, they're human, right? They're human.
Oh, it's very.
You know,
these everyone's human. But what I'm saying is, on top of the issues already facing those two dorks that run the city, and I won't say who's involved in the other one because I can't. Conjecture is a word I use. It's just conjecture at this point.
That's right.
So I can't really say, although I have it on very good authority, that there are some other issues that are going to be uncovered with some people there as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And
It's going to get dirty.
Very
It's going to get dirty.
It's gonna-
Really, you know the word I heard wasn't even dirty, it was greasy.
Greasy.
That's right, because I see headlines coming up soon about this whole thing.
Headlines.
Yeah, headlines. And it's going to be on CNN.
Headlines.
It's going to be on Wolf Blitzer again on CNN.
And lines.
Headlines.
Oh, that's an amazing prediction, actually. Read
But I
between
did
the
it.
headlines.
Headlines.
Yeah, it's so greasy there. At,
Greasy.
Greasy.
It's not even greasy, it's greasy with a Z.
Greasy.
Greasy.
Yeah.
That's how sick it is.
Yeah, that's in the next 3 weeks, next 3 months, there's something powerful and big coming.
Even bigger than this video. Ben, you say we are going to see this video too.
I believe there's a video out there.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody might have bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway.
Have you ever done videos?
I'm sorry?
Have you ever done videos?
16 millimeter.
I've done movies.
Greasy ones?
Yeah.
No, I was in... no, nothing like that. I was in...
A little bit?
No, I was in,
Like
The
you
Fly.
two guys. You two guys, a hammer.
Nope.
Some Dutch clogs.
Never happened to me, actually.
A nurse's outfit.
Nope.
Some lube.
Nope.
2
Mayonnaise.
seconds, one cup.
I was a nurse once for Halloween.
Oh.
Yeah. With a nurse's cap and
made no
everything.
sense.
Yeah, but no, nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing. No. Just movies, and I was in episodial TV in the city. A lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And the casting directors will vouch for that.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay, so now, I see Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones divorcing. Big time.
Yeah, well, she gave him throat cancer.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Did you not hear that?
No.
Yeah, Michael Douglas said that he got throat cancer from...
The H to the PV.
Well, you can. And I think they should have
H to the
condoms for the
PV
mouth.
is to the Izzy.
They should have condoms for the mouth today because
You down with HPV? Yeah, you know me. You down with HPV? Yeah, you know me.
I mean, there's a lot of super gonorrhea out there. There's all this stuff. They should have, condoms for the mouth.
They do.
They do?
Yeah, oral dams, they're called.
Really?
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 Yeah, it's a little impersonal.
Really?
Well,
anyway.
Don't love any more unclean women than Todd.
Never.
You got to be careful and stay with one partner.
Yeah.
And now I also predicted the Turkey uprising, the uprising in Turkey, all that problems they're having. It's on my website from last year. Yeah, and I predicted the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, would have health problems while he's going back into the hospital for an
Well, he is
operation.
also 92.
Yeah, but he could live to 100.
Well, George Burns did.
Yes.
Yep.
They could. I mean, 92 today is very young.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Still pretty 92 isn't young, and you're only saying that because you're quickly approaching that age.
I'm not 92.
I didn't say you were. I'm saying you're over 50, though.
You turn it around, 29.
Okay.
Okay. And I predicted the Oklahoma, the tornadoes there.
Yeah, we know. We've been over all this.
Yeah, we did that one.
Okay.
We've been
And
over.
Paris Jackson. Now, I did predict danger around Michael Jackson's children.
So I can predict that one too.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the real stuff. Hang on. I want to get your impression on some entertainment news that's come forward and more, and then I want to take some phone calls from some people.
Of course.
Is that okay?
You're the boss.
Well, do you have any other ones?
Yeah, I have powerful hurricane in New Orleans, a fire in old New Orleans in the French Quarter.
Yep. They've had it hard enough. Leave them alone.
And I see a plane crash in Cuba near Havana, and 2 buses colliding in Pennsylvania. And also, I do see a mine collapse in northern Ontario, a cyber attack on the United Nations website or whatever, a planet exploding, a piano exploding, or a man's organ exploding.
He was a pianist.
I just say an organ or a piano.
That's hilarious.
An organ or a piano. And Antwerp, Belgium, they're going to have a bomb blast there. And there is also
you're full.
a weatherman's going to be blown away in the ocean while he's reporting the weather. I'm like in a hurricane. And Barry Manilow and Lionel Richie going to hospital.
Oh, I thought you were going to see it in gay sex. Like love triangle.
Yeah.
Attention citizens of Florida. Attention citizens of Louisiana.
The Dean Blundell Show.
It's going to be category 5 or greater.
102.1.
Psychic Nikki's here. We're taking your phone calls. 416-870-EDGE, 870-3343. Doodle your panic switch.
Some trouble with the headphones there?
Switching your panic switch.
Thank you.
When are they announcing that wake stock?
Ooh. What do you mean?
Isn't Silverstone?
Yeah, they are.
there?
Yeah, they're playing Wake Stock. No, they've already announced Wake Stock.
Oh, cool.
Like months ago.
Band. They're good. They're a good live band.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. We'll be there. You'll be there. Wake Stock. Get your tickets. It's so fun. This is a couple of good ones here. Mary.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you? I love you guys.
We love you, Mary.
No, I love you.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are awesome. Awesome. Hi.
What's your question for Nikki?
A few months ago, I caught my husband cheating on me, and we
How'd you catch him?
I hired a private investigator.
Okay, and what did he find? What was he doing?
He found him doing stuff.
Well, what is it?
Someone.
He was did he videotape him doing someone?
No, actually, it was a clip. It was visual, whatever the clip could catch, visual and audio, and so they caught him, anyways. And
yeah, but did you hear him doing it with someone?
Yes.
That must have sucked.
Yeah, yes.
Was that hard for you to watch, or did it turn you on a little bit?
No, thanks. No.
Did you ever cheat on him?
Never.
22
years, never.
22 years. Do you guys have kids?
Yeah, we have 3.
Okay, and so you married 22 years. When did you find this out?
We've been together 22 years, married 15.
Okay, when did you find this out?
4 months ago.
Okay, and when you confronted him, what did he do?
he couldn't deny it. So I confronted him beforehand, and he denied it. But until I caught him, then he couldn't deny it. So,
Yeah.
but we've decided to try to continue. And I just wanted to know what Psychic Nikki feels, because am I doing the right thing? Is he going to do this again? Are we going to work out? Are we going to be that 1%?
Well, I hope he has a shaved head and a goatee. Because
pretty close. Wow.
Oh, really? He's pretty close to that? Like receding?
No goatee. No goatee, though.
But shaved
he has
head.
goatee. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, that's him. So I feel good about this now. Because I picked up
Oh,
a
that's
shaved
awesome.
head. Yeah, now, if it makes you feel any better, people are doing this all over the world because of global warming. It's affecting their, I don't know.
How come I'm not doing it yet, then?
Well, you may.
You didn't hear Al Gore talk about that in his film now, did you?
Well, it's true.
You'll get a much bigger boner.
Because of global warming. Now, what is your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, you're an Aries. And what's his sign?
He's a cusp Aries Taurus.
Oh, is he? Okay. Now, what I'm saying is that, you know, I think you should live sometimes like a little bit of an open marriage. Like, you got to give him his time. He should give you your time.
Oh, so you're saying, now listen, ma'am, do you have any desire to go out and poke other dudes?
I when I was going through my angry phase, definitely. I just, anybody and anything I wanted to, but I didn't. I was being good.
Are you good looking?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm all right.
All right. Well, so there's a supply and demand issue here then. So what Nikki's saying is she sees in your future you guys having an open relationship where he can go and plow, Mildred down the street, and you and Jimmy can get it on, and you guys come home to your respective homes and parent your kids and stuff like that. Is that what you're saying?
Like, yes. I'm not good with sharing.
No. But you are going to share.
Listen, you've been sharing unbeknownst to you for quite some time, and you're still with the guy, so you are good with sharing.
You know, you're going to meet a guy called Dom. Hello?
What's his name?
Dom.
Dom.
Like D-O-M, like Dominic.
All right.
Okay, I see that. And, you know, you may go, like, to a party where there's more than, like, there's not swingers.
A swingers party. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what you're going to be at the other end of a glory hole is what she's telling you.
I mean,
you're going to be at a pig roast, and you might be the pig.
No. Really, I see this working out if you give each other leeway. So in other words, if he goes out one night with the guys and he pokes some stripper, fine. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting.
And you're going to go out for drinks with the girls, meet some guy, go into his Hyundai and give him a gummer, and then you're going to go home.
This is going to be the norm coming up for everybody. Yeah, like you got to give in.
I don't want that.
Yeah, but I don't care what you want. I don't tell people.
You are going to have an orgy. You will get super gonorrhea.
Yeah. I see this in the vision.
Okay.
Anyway, Mary, honestly, I like you together. I think if you work on this, you've got to give each other leeway here. That's what I'm getting at here. Okay? And if you do, if once in a while, you go out or he goes out, then he gets his fix. And the marriage will grow closer.
Okay.
Just brush your teeth a lot.
Okay.
All right. You don't have to listen, here's the truth. You don't have to do anything you don't want, but you change over time, and you've taken him back after all this, something I wouldn't even consider, and I don't think many people would. So you're obviously a good person. And we are able to have fun with you and talk about it. And you're obviously fairly secure in yourself, and you were hurt very badly, but you do things to make you happy now. And if it jives with him and it jives with you, then it's fine. But be responsible to your own happiness.
I love you guys. Thank you.
And Mary, it's going to be good.
How's the body, by the way?
Whose body?
Hers.
Not bad.
50%.
There, thanks.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Should let go a little bit.
50%, Nikki. Nikki's like, she's a bit of a dirt pig.
It's a little loose.
Well, I didn't mean that.
Like an elephant's skin.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1.